What is up, everybody? This is your boy Azam with Investify, and today we're going to talk about what the hell is going on in the crypto markets. So, welcome to our Black Friday episode. Alright, let's just take a quick look at how the market has done. Now, remember this market cap right here was at one point in December at $800 billion, and now it has dropped to 419 billion. So we've lost almost 50% of our investments. For those that have been investing in the markets for a while, you guys are probably still okay. But those that started getting into this in December and January, I really feel your pain. I do, and it sucks. It really does suck. But at this point, if you try to sell right now, what you're essentially doing is you're creating an opportunity, because the people that will be buying from you now will be the ones making the money. And I'll tell you why. So let's take a look at Bitcoin right here. Right? It's dropped to $8,758. But let's take a look at the charts. Okay? Now, as we see, the low that it hit was around $7,500, okay? And you can see that there's obviously some support levels here, and the levels can drop all the way down to around 5,500, okay? But what we started to realize was that after it dropped into the 7,500 levels, $7,800 levels, there was a strong pushback right away. And that's because if you look at just any brokerage and look at the price of Bitcoin and the orders that are coming in, you will see that there were a lot of sell orders. People were trying to sell Bitcoin and dive down its price even at the 10,000 point, right? A majority of those sell orders have now been removed. So at this point, people are now comfortable that they're like, okay, you know what? Our sell orders have filled in. Now let's start buying Bitcoin. And this has been the conversation amongst quite a few analysts that I've seen personally, right? That before Bitcoin it hits 50K, it will hit 8K. Before it hits 100K, it has to go down to 8K. And Bitcoin's done that. So what's going to happen at this point is that don't expect Bitcoin to be, well, at least I'm not going to expect Bitcoin to be at $15,000 tomorrow. Because what happens is once there is a drawdown in the market like this one that's happening here, where you see such a huge decline, there is a moment where the market takes a break, that it usually consolidates, all right? It starts to create a base, and then it starts to grow. And what I mean by that is that we see it all the time, like slow growth, and then a little spike, then a little slow growth, like basing out here, consolidating, and then spike. Then it drops, it starts to grow. There's a little basing out here that for a few days there's collection, and then spike. A little sharp movements here and there, and spikes, right? So expect that to happen over the next few days, maybe the next couple of weeks, before Bitcoin truly starts to shoot off. Now, if that doesn't happen, then Bitcoin would continue going down, and I think it will go down to the 6,000 levels then. But I personally believe that these kind of, sharp spikes do give you some indication that, okay, there's a push from the buyers, that they're like, listen, you have flooded enough with selling. Now it's time to turn on the wheels and let's get this going. So keep a lookout for that, because now I believe for the rest of the year, opportunities are going to be created. So that was on Bitcoin. We're seeing Ethereum has been solid through all of this. Granted, everyone's taken a hit, so but still Ethereum has been just rock solid through all of this. So it starts to put things into perspective for you guys, that there are certain companies that you saw, certain cryptocurrencies just drop massively. Yet there were a few that really survived this crash, and one of them is Ethereum. It's been really strong through all of this. I believe at this point that these top top 13 are great buys for long-term investments because of what they're doing. Well, Bitcoin Cash, I'm not a fan of that, but all the other ones are great buys to hold on, that they're going to be building over time. Nano, VeChain are also going to be two really, really good projects to check out. The other concern I have is number 20 right here, Tether. Now, if you've been checking out the news, they have been subpoenaed by the SEC, and the problem is that they might have filled Bitcoin with a lot of orders on Tether, which is a kind of a comparison to US dollar, a cryptocurrency that is the USD Tether that is pegged to the dollar, and that they bought a lot of Bitcoins with using that, and that they didn't have the money to back it up. So they might have artificially pumped the price of Bitcoin as well. But only time will tell what's going to happen with that. So that's what's happening right now in the markets, guys. Again, I will tell you that if you came in December and January, I really feel your pain, because we all lost money, right? We all lost a significant amount of our gains going up. But when you come in and you start to feel this kind of pain, one of two things happen. You're out, and you're out for good, or you learn and you build from that. And I really hope that each and every single one of you builds from that and learns that these kind of drops happen in any market, and they're even more possible in a market like cryptocurrencies, where it's just getting started. This is the early days of this stuff, and maybe in 10 years when you look back at this, you'll be laughing, because you'll be like, wow, I remember those days when it would have those 50% drops and I felt like crap, because God willingly, you would have done really well with your investments over time, and that's the intent. So don't lose hope. Hold on to what you've purchased. One thing that I would say is that I always recommend is, whenever you're investing, whether it's in stocks, whether it's in cryptocurrencies, invest with the money that you're comfortable with losing. That if you lose those few $100s, so you're like, okay, it wasn't a payment or for my car payment or my mortgage or anything as such. This was my play money. Because you don't want to have a emotional attachment with the markets. There's a saying that they can stay irrational for much longer than humans can, and that's very true. We've seen that. So at this point, don't try to become emotional about the markets, because that's not going to do anything for you guys. On the other hand, if you're just getting started with this market, this is a great opportunity to be investing, because you can hold on to this and you can thank me later down the road, hopefully, that those returns are going to be great. So these are a few things that are happening in the market. The other thing is that you want to keep an eye for how Bitcoin is going to progress over the next few days to maybe the next couple of weeks. As I said, that we might see a consolidation, a basing of the price, and before it really starts to shoot up. Because once something comes down, it has to stop for a bit, it has to relax before it reverses. So there is a reversal opportunity being created, but just give it time. And again, these investments are long term. I believe in this technology. I believe it's disruptive. It is the future, but it takes a while for any of these things to work out. Look at Amazon in 2008, 2009. The price dropped to $60, and right now it's over $1,000 a share. And the fact is that didn't happen overnight. Even Bitcoin didn't grow overnight. It was over the last 8 years that it's gotten to where it is. So keeping that in mind is so important, that if you're thinking about making money and doubling your money in the next month, then go to Vegas. Don't be in the cryptocurrencies business. This is a long-term investment, but I assure you, with the right systems, with the right approach, you can make significant gains in the next couple of years. So I hope that this video helps you guys out. If you have any questions, reach out to me. This is your boy Azam. Peace out.